Record button. All right, we are going. So, Christina, kick us off.
Yes. Hope everybody's doing great tonight. We have some special announcements and good content to share with everybody. So I am going to start with our recognition. And whenever you're ready, Jess. Um, okay, so let's start with where we want to go and why we want to do it. So we want to have 150 team members in our unit, Team Inspire. So each and every single one of those squares there has to have a name. And why do we want to be this big? Because we want to expand. I mean, our vision for this year is who. So, who are we going to touch? Who are we going to serve? Who are we going to bring closer? Who can be blessed with this opportunity, just like we are blessed? We want other women to experience this. And I know it is super hard, like for me sometimes, just to explain how big this is inside me, just from, a chat, a 5-minute chat, but just be sure that knows. God knows who is coming, and God knows, and He will give you the names for you to talk to, and God will touch hearts through you. So just don't stop sharing, because that's what happened to you, and that's why you are here. So we want to share this opportunity with as many women as we can. So even if it's just a family um member or someone that it's been in your mind for a while and you're like hesitant, I tell you, we are nobody to stop God's plan, and it's going to happen anyways. So you decide when. So I say, just go for it. Just do it. And you will be so surprised of the women that will say yes to you and will be part of your team. So I am so excited about this month. I have had meaningful conversations with many women, and I can't wait to see which one is going to come closer. So next, we have our winner circle, and how and so how do we get in the winner circle? This sounds like the VIP crew, right? Very simple. It is super simple. So the winner circle, I'm going to show you. We have this special tracker, and I tell you, I see your face, Jen. This is like a lifesaver for me. Like, because you sometimes we think, okay, how do I do this? Like, how do I start a Mary Kay business? And yes, I know that I have to sell and share the opportunity, but how do I do it? So we have a daily wins tracker for you to know exactly what you need to do. So we can provide this form to you, and I tell you to just check every task and you will feel accomplished, first of all. And then, even if you have only an hour a week, by tracking it, you will see the results. And if I don't have this with me, I'm lost. Like literally, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know um, where I'm going. So it is so, so helpful. So the names that you saw on that screen that we had before are the names of the women that are using this. And just by using this, we get some perks. So last year, what was it that we got for the winner circle? Jess always gives us like special gifts. I got a beautiful mug that I love.
Do we get
So
cash?
in cash, yes. So, I mean, it just by doing what you're supposed to do and just by taking this with you, and this is going to help you. And on top of helping you, you're going to get recognized and you're going to be part of the VIP
Mhm.
group. So just ask for the form. And if you have any questions, please reach out and we can help you fill it out. Um, we also have for tonight the Power Up prize, the last year called Soaring Sisters. I think I like better the Power Up. The other one sounded like soar, so
Uh-huh.
it was like,
Sore
yeah.
muscles.
Yes. So this month we get to go for the dominoes and the cards. My girls are like, Mom, you have to do it. There's no option. So I have to go for it. They love games, every time at dinner we play Jenga and things like this, like one and Uno and things like that. So they already saw it and they're like, okay, when are you gonna have it? So we need it. Especially the pink dominoes are like, oh my goodness, like we gotta have it. So how do we get this? 700 wholesale. 700 wholesale, I tell you, is not a hard thing to do. I haven't done the math. How much is it a
46.
day? $46 a day. I mean, seriously, it's not hard to do it. And as you can see, I mean, many of us are super on good track to achieve this super fun goal this month. So I want to see more names here. So Sarah Fox, Sarah Kate, Alyssa, Meredith, Christy, Jessica. That's the other Jessica, right? Or
Uh,
is it you?
I'm the one with the DIR director. So both of us, I think, are
Oh,
on
well,
there.
oh, okay. Both of you are there. I didn't see. Yeah. Monica, myself, and Julia. I love seeing new names on the list. It's super fun. So our team is growing, and that's so good. Let's see, what do we have left? Star. And this is another list that is just growing and growing and growing. So the good part of being an on-target star is that now if you are aiming the Power Up prize, then you will for sure be part of this. So every quarter you get to accumulate 1,800 points or more to be a star. So right now, our Jess Mitchell is already Emerald. Sarah Kate is super close. Jen, Shiloh, myself, Lisa Fu, Amy, Sarah Fox, Carol, Rebecca, Lisa, Olivia, Evelyn, Kristen, Meredith, Judith, and Carice. Um, I mean, we are all on target, ladies. You can go for this. And the coolest thing about being a star is the prize that we are getting by the end of the year. Do you have that? So, guess where we're going? Guess where we are going? I can't wait. I already see myself there with these ladies right here. So, just come and join us. It's not hard. Get on board. If you want to do this, if you feel fired up, come on, let's go to Mexico together. It's going to be super fun. If you feel your heart on fire, please reach out. We will walk with you throughout the process. We will help you track your goals. We will be with you in every step of the way. I mean, that's what we do here. We got each other's backs and we always are available for each other. So don't hesitate. This is not a hard thing to do. I promise you, it's fun and it's so rewarding. You will be growing personally and financially. So I can wait to see who else will be joining our team this month. I think that's it, right?
Just this one.
Oh, the sharing. Yes, the sharing. Okay, so sharing, ladies. We have tons of um ways of sharing the opportunity, right? You can talk to someone about the opportunity. You can ask them to join the coupon club. If you don't know what the coupon club is, please ask. This is a super fun thing to do. They get coupons that they can use throughout the year. They just get to watch a few videos, and it's a super easy way to share the opportunity and get new members in your team. So we have Sarah Kate had 3 shares, Jess had 2, I've had 6 this month. So let's just keep sharing. And like I said before, I mean, we are sharing something good. You are sharing because you are here, you are thriving, you are growing, you are happy, you are becoming your better self day by day. You are, I mean, your heart is different, will be different with every single challenge. And this is something that we just cannot keep to ourselves. We cannot be selfish. We have to share this opportunity. So like I said, I'm so excited and happy to see who's going to join us.
Yes. Yes.
So
So
that's all
much
I,
exciting stuff going on. I love it.
yes.
Ah, so great. Well, let's pass it over to our trainers for tonight for our back to basics part of customer development. Any woman who is 4-quarter star and doing power up is going to have wisdom to offer about how to develop customers and deepen them. And so we'll definitely talk more in the future. But tonight we have the joy of Jen and Sarah Kate tag teaming this topic and giving us the goods. And I have it on good authority that it's good. So be ready, get your pen and paper out, and let's go.
Okay, so I get to kick us off. And let me tell you, talking about 4-quarter star, that top level for that trip, National Court of Sales, that's $40,000 retail, which, whew, several years ago, I couldn't even wrap my head around selling that much product. I'm going to share how I started to wrap my head around it and earn some diamonds and some trips with this concept. So when I think about customer development, I think about my customers being raving fans. We have a program, hint, hint, wink, wink. I don't have my tumbler with me because it is still packed away. But in our unit, we have a raving fans program where if you track your customers cumulatively ordering $500, just $500 throughout the year, you get to add them to our little tracker. And when you hit 10, 10, that's it, 10 raving fans, 10 different customers that are ordering $500 cumulatively across the year, you get this really cute tumbler, which I'll have to like find a picture. We will get you a picture and post that later with the tracker. But this is how I wrapped my head around how do I intentionally build relationships and build a deeper customer base, because I had the goal of Court of Sales and I was like, okay, so if I sell 400 skincare sets, like $100 each, 400 skincare sets in the year, that stresses me out. But I heard a national, can't remember who it was, I wish I could give her credit, that talked about if you just have raving fans, like fans that are just so over the moon, loving our product head to toe, ordering $1,000 throughout the year, you only need 40 of those. I'm like, how much product do I use? So I started like thinking through, how much product do I use? Like on my face, the skincare, the makeup. I mean, the $500 for raving fans, a skincare set is 110, 116. If you have a customer that's reordering 3 to 4 times a year, she's almost there just on her skincare. So I really thought, like, let me be intentional on first myself, then my friends and family, because that's where we start where we're comfortable, right? Like, who can I be like, hey, can you try this product? Can you give me your feedback? Can you um I'm just gonna gift it to you because it's your birthday or whatever. Friends and family, and then customers. So that's how I'm gonna go in order. So first, think about what you use on yourself. Are you going to Bath and Body Works or Walmart or Target and spending money on a hand lotion? Our hand lotions are like $5, $6. Are you getting a Burt's Bees chapstick instead of a lip balm? Are you getting a shower gel from Bath and Body Works or another? I don't know why I keep saying Bath. Like one of my besties was obsessed with Bath and Body Works, like lotions and shower gels, and so I'm always like, but if you look at your bathroom, we offer shower gels. They're really, really nice. You use hardly any of it, and it goes a long way. And they smell really good. The hand soap's amazing. We have hand sanitizer. We have lotions for all of the things, like to calm you down, to calm your feet down, to tone your skin up, just to hydrate. Like, we've got lotions for all of the days. But so that's body care. Like, we've got it all. So if you are using something, if you are going out to a store or ordering from Amazon or whatever, and it is a body care product, a skincare, a makeup, why not shop in your own store? So that's my first thing, because you can't have raving fans if you're not a raving fan. Like, you can't recommend these products if you don't know how good they are. So that's the first thing. Then you go to your friends and family, and usually that's just your enthusiasm of like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize we had a hand soap and it is amazing and it lasts me so many months compared to whatever I used to buy at Walmart. And my hands don't get stripped. Like, talk about your own experiences. I'm also really sneaky with my friends and family, like my besties. If I travel on a girls trip, I don't like my extra room in my suitcase for souvenirs is skincare products that I leave with them. Like, we use it on the trip and then I leave it with them. Like, so I love doing that. Like, taking my charcoal mask and you do masks together. Like, do like girls' nights. Do girls' nights with your girls. Like, if you have somebody visiting with you, do a pampering night. Doesn't have to be, oh, let me sit down and like with my flip chart and walk you through. It's just like, hey girl, you want to watch a movie? You want to do like masks and movies? Like, let's do it. Just be careful of like the popcorn, you know? Like, so I get real sneaky with it. And like, family, is your husband using a shaving? Oh no, we don't sell this shaving foam. When we had a shave foam, like, but also, like, is he using any kind of skincare products? Would you like him to use skincare products? Like, he can use yours. There's a men's line. There's an SPF that smells more like man. There's I think there's the cooling after. I don't know. I'm getting divorced, y'all. Like, I just threw that out the window. I was like, men's products, what are those? But during the holidays, last few years, we've had like the beard oil. And so we have like lots of good men's products, but they can also benefit from our regular line. The Clear Proof, if you have anybody in your family that has acne, give them a Go Set for a gift, have them try it out. And that's kind of what it is like, listen to them and what they are complaining about as far as skincare, body care, and see, can you save them some money? Can you save yourself some money? Do we have a better product? Do we have a comparable product? gifts are great, but also like they can buy from you. Like I'm using a lot of like gifts, but like you can give them samples, you can give them full size, but you can also just be like, hey, yo, I got this really awesome product and it's like 1,000 times better and cheaper than what you're currently using. Like makeup finishing spray, if you have a bestie that is going to the store and using something from like Ulta Sephora, our makeup finishing spray is made by Scandinavia. So it's probably the same thing, comparable, because Scandinavia is a big name in makeup finishing sprays. Ours is way cheaper, just saying. And it's like, it's gonna be better. So that's friends and family. You can be a little bit more pushy and like, just like relax with them. With your customers, this one is all about, I gotta go back to my notes. Like customers is all about curating their experience. So samples. I love anytime a customer orders a product, does a reorder, I love to put a couple samples in there of things that would complement their products that they're currently using, or if I've heard where they might be having an issue or might be starting to think about certain lines or wrinkles or whatever the concern might be, I'll put a complementing product in there. The key here is the follow-up. And Sarah Kate told me today she has an amazing follow-up hack where in her thank you note, her thank you for ordering, love having you as a customer, she puts a thank you note, and with her samples, she says, hey, I'm looking for 10 women to try these products out and give me feedback. So they know she's going to follow up with them and ask them for their feedback on the samples that she gave. So love that hack because it puts it in their mind of like, oh, I should really try this and not, or, oh, there's samples in here because CDS samples, they get lost in those peanuts. So put it in a comment, put it in that little gift message because otherwise they're going to like throw it out. Specials, curating specials. I just started doing this. We have a monthly special sheet. Look at that special sheet and see like, what are the best deals? And what are the like products that would complement what they're using? So for instance, last month we had the facial peel on special, $34 off if they ordered $50. What? So any of my Time-Wise Repair customers, anybody that maybe didn't have an exfoliator, maybe they needed more like chemical, like I have eczema and chemical exfoliators are way better for us. So anybody like that, I reached out to them. Hey, I don't know if you need to restock on any of your products, but the facial peel is on special this month. And I think you would really like it. Like it complements your Time-Wise Repair set. It complements whatever regimen you have. Or I just think you would really benefit from it. Like you would really love it because I love it for XYZ. Some of those you can template, right? Like all of my Time-Wise Repair, it was a template. Some of those, it was more of a personal reach out. And then listening, just listening on social, when you're talking to them, in your tech, like however you hear from them, listening. So if they post on social media and they're like, oh my gosh, the mosquitoes are out. Girl, I got something for you. It's called the charcoal mask. We're going to like be creative here. Like it's called the charcoal mask. You can either send them a sample, you can send them the full size product. You could like give them a special on it. Or if they already have it, they might just not know how to use it for that. So you just be like, hey girl, you using it? I just did that with one of my customers. She's like, these allergies are killing me. And I was like, are you using your eye patches? Because I hear it like it's really amazing for that. She's like, didn't even think about it. That's part of the raving fans is making sure that they're using their products. We don't want them to buy the product and then never use it, never reorder it. We want to be making sure that they're using the products, loving the products, following up, reordering. That's the whole process. PCP, this is my last thing. Shameless plug. PCP closes in 4 days, I think. Get your orders in for PCP. This is a perfect, like, built-in follow-up for your customers. They get a sample, super cheap for us to send. They get a sample. And new products is just it's a perfect way of, maybe they've tried everything. Maybe you've exhausted their samples. I don't think so. But maybe you feel like, I think they're sampled out. New products. Get them at like, hey, I would love to get your opinion on these new products. I would, I just need to like try to do some makeovers with these new products, and I would love to get your feedback on it. It's a great check-in point, and because of the sample, you can always offer that. Hey, did you try the sample on page whatever? What'd you think of it? It just one step in. I will say, they're not always going to order the samples that you send. They're not always going to order the new products, but it's about just loving on them, bringing them closer, like we always talk about, and curating that experience, because Ulta, Sephora, Target, there's a certain level of like customization based on products they use, but they send out templated mass emails. They don't actually care about you and how you're enjoying the products, and how, like, yeah, you can give them a feedback form. 5 stars, 2 stars, whatever. They don't really care. We care. We care if you're using your product. We care if you're getting the results from it. That's the whole curating. It's customization for them. And these stores are just not going to do it. They're not going to do it to the level that we do. So that's what I got. Sarah Kate is going to take this next level. So I'm going to kick it over to you, Sarah Kate.
Thank you, Jen.
Yeah, thank you, Jen. So customer development is so huge. I think when we think of customer development, we should be thinking of adding value, instead of just like customer development, adding value. Jen has talked about how we've added value through the products, because the products in and of themselves speak volumes. And that's why we can be so proud to be with a company like Mary Kay, because, we're not trying to like sell something that is a piece of crap. We are actually selling something that is awesome. And so we look very reputable for it. But if you think about it, just why you're in Mary Kay, what drew you to Mary Kay, stuff like that. I don't think anybody would be here and really be after growing their business if they hated, if they didn't like people. That's what I'm trying to say. Jen. So we first of all, we love the product, but then we love the people using the product, because they are really the ones that are going to stick with us through the long haul. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about the personal aspect rather than more product focused. And I personally love this. I absolutely love people, and I love keeping up with them, and I love just checking in on them and knowing all the things and being like the little helper bee. That really fuels me. And what a better way to do it than through Mary Kay. So this is just a little snippet for you guys. Something Jen and I were talking about at seminar this year was how to, one, create raving fans, but it kind of just put an idea in my mind of what are these customers really getting, there are so many women out there who love Mary Kay products, and that's fair, but they're not connected to their consultant. And I've seen so many times of when a lady is just like, "Oh, you do Mary Kay? Oh, well, this other person does Mary Kay too. I'll just, I don't really care which one of you I do. I'll just pick one." That's not what we want. We want loyal, we want invested, we want on fire for your consultant women because we love them, and we actually care for them. So, in thinking about this, I want you to imagine that you have a tool belt, okay? And Jen, you're laughing. Imagine you have a tool belt. There you go, Jess. And the longer you're in Mary Kay, the more your tool belt grows, and that's natural. So if you are just starting your business or you're just starting to kind of create something more, don't feel overwhelmed. I'm going to spit out like a ton of ideas, and it's not to overwhelm you, it's just to show you how much room for love and like deepening there is. Um, so we're just going to dive in. So when it comes to people, what matters to people? Okay. A thing that is so common is dates. Okay. We've got birthdays. People have anniversaries. People have big life events. Their kids just graduated college. Their, kids started to drive, or they just had a baby, or, whatever. Obviously, however many customers you have, you probably can't keep up with all of them, but you can pick a handful to be intentional about, and then the rest, just kind of try your best as you go. So what I love to do is on Mary Kay in Touch, you can sort through your customers and sort through their birthdays. I am huge about birthdays. I don't always do a great job with anniversaries. It's kind of hit and miss. Um, but birthdays, I have these lovely birthday cards, which I will just show you guys real quick. And what I do is I send them a birthday card. Happy birthday. And they're all different kinds and stuff, but I will write them a birthday card and say, hope they're having a great day, all of the things. And I'll send it to them. And then I also send them a special birthday deal. Um, like, get a free makeover and a 20% off of your order, or share, a spa experience with friends, something to make them feel extra special. Um, and just know that you actually care, and it doesn't have to be on the exact day. When it gets to birthday months, you could just look through all of August and be like, okay, so I have 5 birthdays this month. I'm going to go ahead and write the birthday cards out, try to send them as close to I can. And then you can just go ahead and text them and be like, happy birthday month, that is still very special to them. So think about those things that are just important to them, because they will know that it's important to you if you're texting them. Another thing, this is a little bit of a sad note, but I have had the privilege to walk through some losses with my customers this year. And it's hard, but it is really special. And a couple of my customers have lost their husbands, and it has been a really cool time of being less of a Mary Kay consultant and being more of a friend. I love cooking for people, and so I took them a meal, and I followed up with her and asked how she was doing and stuff like that, and I sent her a sympathy card. And I think sometimes we can get so in the brain of Mary Kay, Mary Kay, Mary Kay, and really it's kind of the little things that matter, They don't love you because, you're such an expert at the products or you're a great person. They really appreciate when life gets hard. And so when your customers are going through losses or, things that are just generally tough, sending them a handwritten note or just texting them and just seeing how they are, or taking them out for coffee is okay. Like, you don't have to be pushing product all the time. Another thing is spiritual. If your customers are Christians, it's always a great thing to just text them and ask them how you can pray for them. It's a really cool way of letting them know that you are not caring about them just because they're going to order, or just because, you know, an event is coming up and you want to book them. It really is, okay, how can I be praying for you? And that's it. And they see that. They see that you actually are caring and you're not just another number. Another thing is notes. Again, I said like write notes. Seriously, I sometimes will just get random people come to mind, and it kind of is that balance of, do you text them? You know, you don't really know what's going on with them, and sometimes just writing them a note and sending it to them. People don't really get mail anymore except for bills and junk and, you know, selling things. And how cool is it to just get a pink little letter and someone's just saying, I'm just thinking about you. I'm praying about you. Here's a verse I was thinking or praying for you over, whatever. Just how much that makes their day, and just like adds value to their life. Another thing is that I like to do is a blessing basket. This could be as big or small as you want. I mean, I just had a friend who recently had a baby, and before she had her baby, I said, "Okay, Lauren, I'm putting you together some mint bliss lotion and some other things that are just gonna be feeling so good while you're, you know, about to have your baby and after." And she was so excited. And of course, those things don't give us profit. Um, but I think that's the point, you know? We have to genuinely care about these people. And God's gonna bring it back. So don't ever worry of like, oh my gosh, I'm, you know, not making a sale here or whatever. God is honoring your efforts and he sees what you're doing. So, blessing baskets, you can do that for moms who don't have time. There was a mom that she and I have been trying to get together for like ever. I'm seriously like 2 years. And I finally just said, you know what? I am just gonna bring you over a little cute blessing basket and you can use on your own time. And I did, and she loved it. She tried the products and she is super happy. But we didn't get together, and that's okay. And who knows what will come out of it, but it's just another touch. So, another thing that I am stealing a bit from Jen is a life update. And now I have not personally done this, but I think it is a really good idea. So, Jen actually hand wrote all of her customers a note, just kind of a like an update of her life. Like, hey guys, like this is going on, and I'm just being honest about it. And she sent that to all her customers, and she got so much good feedback. There was a customer who usually just texts her, and she just called her up one day and was like, hey Jen, I just wanted to call you instead of text you. How are you doing? And it's really those things, um, of just connecting people to people. Because think about it, if you have 100 customers or 200 or however many you have, it is impossible to be in those people's lives all the time. But if you show up as a human and you show them that you are human and they are human, and y'all both have that understanding and that care, they are going to appreciate that so much more than you always being perfect, or you always being like, oh yeah, I'm great, you know, everything's fine, my life is awesome and your life is not, you know. That's not what people want to see. They want to see the real us. So that was a great thing that Jen had, for us to think about. Another thing is social media. So I don't know how many of you guys like social media. Before Mary Kay, I wouldn't say I was against social media, but I was not a social media savvy girl. Um, I didn't like being on social media. I didn't know how to post, all the things. And as I've grown, I've realized it is really just a way to spread life through the things that we put out. And it almost feels more of a mission feel to me, and less about, oh, look at me. It's more like, no, if you're gonna be on here scrolling, how can I impact you? How can I speak life into you? How can I show you that, again, I am messy and you know, like my office is insane and yet I'm still getting things done. And so if you have customer groups, this is a great way to just put stuff out there and be real. It does not have to be product all the time. It can be you trying stuff out. I mean, seriously, we got to get creative about this. Our customers are so marketed to. I mean, think about it. Every time you get on the internet, there is an ad for something. And you're like, oh, they look so pretty and they're so perfect. That's what we're not. And that's probably why people like it. And that's probably why they're still here. And so if you just hop on and you're like, all right, it's my morning mess. We're putting on makeup and here's my baby and here's all the things. That is super cool. And over time, it really makes a difference in their lives. Um, so post things, you know, about your spiritual journey, like things that you're learning, things that you're maybe struggling with, things that are encouraging to you. And you never know who's seeing that. I've had some customers never like the post, never react, never comment, nothing. And then later, like a month later, they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember you posted that. That was really encouraging to me. And I was like, great, didn't even know you saw it. So it's just another way to show people that you care and add value again. So last thing that I'm going to talk on really fast is our Fab 5 and 5s. Now, I just started doing these and Jess has been doing these and she's had great success too. But this is something that I have only done 3 and I am already so passionate about because I see it as a way to connect with people that I haven't otherwise been able to. And that is like pure joy. I mean, how can it get any better? So last year, when I was kind of beginning my really full on fire Mary Kay journey, I reached out to a lot of people, you know, and it's hard to like keep track of all the people sometimes. And people order and then they don't, and then you're just like, where did you go? What's going on in your life? What's happening? And so I have gotten to reach out to just honestly a ton of people. And it's been like, hey, I'm doing this new way of serving women. It's called Fab 5 and 5. It's 5 products in 5 minutes. Can you help me out? And they're like, sure, it's 5 minutes, you know? And really what it is, I don't have I have a product with me. So all I do is I curate 5 products for these people. Okay, so I'll tell you about one of the Fab 5 I had yesterday. She was a lady who loves Mary Kay products, and her Mary Kay lady retired. And so she was like, oh yeah, I think I've seen you doing Mary Kay, so I'll just join yours. And I was like, awesome. She only likes 2 products. Okay, very starch on like no more. And I was like, awesome. So I asked if she would do a Fab 5 and 5 with me, just so I needed practice, which I do. And so she hopped on and I curated products specifically to her, things that she's talked about. She just got LASIK surgery. And so she told me that her bags under her eyes are a lot more noticeable. So I got the eye patches out. I got, actually, I can't remember what I got anymore, but I got the eye patches out and like 4 other products. And we did the Fab 5 and 5. We hopped on FaceTime and I said, okay, I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes. I'm going to talk to you in 5 minutes about these 5 products. And I held the product up and I talked about it. This is our Thinking of You perfume and blah, 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 blah. Set it down, held up another product, and I just went. And it was so casual and so fun. Afterward, I asked her how she liked it. I gave her some special deals, just saying, thank you for hopping on. Thank you for letting me, practice on you. And she ended up buying 2 products that are new to her, which was mind blowing. And it literally lasted 15 minutes. Now, the takeaway from this for customer development is not that you are for sure going to get sales. I don't want to promise you that. But it is a for sure way to add value to people's lives and get them to have time, because not everyone has time for a full-blown spa session or, a makeover or whatever. Even though that like lights our hearts on fire, people are like, girl, have you seen my calendar? I don't have time. So the Fab 5 and 5s are ways to connect and be like, hey, at the end of the call, just say, hey, how can I pray for you? Or it was so good to connect. Like, this has been awesome. Let's do this again. And it's just generally a great way. Um, I had a Fab 5 and 5 this morning with a girl who, her husband is military. We met through a virtual party last year, like this time, and she lives in Georgia. I've honestly like only talked to her over the phone. It's been really crazy, but she's not had any money to buy anything. She has 2 kids. She is busy out of her mind. Her husband just got back. Things are looking a little up. And I was like, you know what, Jade? Let's do a Fab 5 and 5. And we did. And we just got to talk this morning. Um, it was so precious. And again, I curated products for her. And because I know her price limit and everything, I picked products that were on the lower end of the scale. And I picked products that I think that she would use as a mom and a wife and all the things. And she ended up buying something for the first time, which was really cool to just see how you plant all these seeds in these customers. And it's not about the sale, it's really about their lives and how you're impacting them and making a difference. And over time, that pays off. And I think the reason that we get so passionate about customer development is that it really is like the gold in your treasure chest. I mean, you can meet so many new people, you can do so many facials, and you can connect. But when you have those customers that are with you and they're invested and they're your friends, I mean, gosh, we have so many friends, so many people to keep up with. What a blessing. But you get to really do life with all those people and impact them and spread hope and spread joy and spread love all through skincare and makeup. Like, how cool is that? And so I think my encouragement to you guys is just be intentional, be a friend. Don't be like, oh my gosh, I need sales, or oh, I need to do those birthdays. That's just weighing on my mind. No, it's just another way of spreading life to people that you didn't otherwise get to before you had this business. And I promise you, if you are spreading life in like all of that goodness that God has given you, He's going to bless it. He's not going to be like, oh, you did all this and now I'm not going to give you any sales. That's not how it works. God takes care of us and we take care of the people. So, Jen, is there anything you wanted to add to that?
No, that was amazing. The only thing I'm going to add is drop your questions as comments, and Sarah, Kate, and I will be going through them, answering them. If there are things that need a video or something, we'll post videos and whatnot. But no, I was like just in awe. I saw Christina and Jess like taking all the notes. It was so good, Sarah Kate. I
Jen,
just
that was so
love
good for you
how
too.
on fire you are. I know we're just so passionate about our customer. Like it just
And
is.
we're wearing our Mary Kay shirts. We did not
Y'all
even
matched
plan.
last week. We serendipitously matched today.
And Sarah Kate, you look amazing in hot pink. So
Thanks. I got my little hair tie. Yeah,
so
thank
cute.
you.
I'm kind of jealous. I'm like, hey, go get my shirt.
No, I think it should be a Tuesday thing.
Right?
I don't hate that idea.
You don't need that idea.
I don't hate it.
Oh, don't hate it. This is the new red jacket, right? I heard that you can actually order these shirts. I should go look and see. I heard, because that would be a really fun, like coming of age, some sort of or let people buy them if they wanted to. I don't know, but I'm going to check on it.
You
Y'all,
need to let me know about that.
yes. Thank you so much for all three of you guys, the vision and the passion. Like you can feel your passion and the realness of what you're sharing. And so appreciate it. And yes, I was taking notes. It was putting reminders in like, oh, let me flip to that day because I can do that on that day. Like that's what was happening over here in my office. So thank you for leading the way for what we do. This is it right here. And it's so rich and it's so sweet. And in the long run, it's just worth it. It's worth it. So just a couple final reminders before we go. So fall retreat, there is an amazing fall retreat in Miamisburg, Ohio, October 18 and 19. I still don't have like a link yet. They haven't given me a thing, but they did told me when it was and where it is. It's Mary Kay Camp, although we may not stay in the in the bunk house because mama cannot hang with that. So we have options, but it's so fun and getting to be with some very like-minded people and just get that encouragement. Like life is wild, and we come home from conferences and we're like, and lots of things go, and our minds can go really quickly. And obviously we're not backing down this year. We're not giving way to discouragement, but we need that fill up, just like church. And so mark your calendars for the fall retreat. I will give you more details, pictures as soon as I have it. But literally, if you need to, you can go in and out in a night. You could go early Friday, get home late Saturday. This doesn't have to be a full-blown anything. So I'm really looking forward to that. And for our Ohio and Midwest girls to be close to them, since we're always down here in Texas. Also, 13% increase. I mentioned this in my little video yesterday in our group, which I just want to be intentional about. Speaking of like being a human, just chit chatting in our group. And I'm starting to do a little chit chat with my customer group each week. I don't know if people will enjoy it, but just really just sharing a little bit, talking, chatting. And so there's a 13% increase challenge for August for units. If we increase by 13% this month, we get $13,000 in bonus credit for our Circle of Excellence goal, which is a big deal. That's a lot. And so our number is 13,699, but in Sarah Kate fashion, we're rounding that up. 13,700 is the minimum. 18,000 is really where we need to be. So I'll keep just sharing that, not to cause people to order things they don't need, but because maybe that little extra reason to follow up with PCP people, to invite women into some of our sessions. Yeah, we're gonna go for that. So bare minimum has to be 13,700 because Sarah Kate says. And then final thing, just a quick reminder. I know, especially y'all who are here with me live, you know about the model makeover contest. But don't give up. If you haven't gotten any in yet, I just got my first one in today. It's just taken me a little time to actually like get the people, get the date, get it in place, and just had a really sweet time with a lady who goes through so much physically and has had severe health challenges. And just to be able to take her picture, she has to like hold her neck and press her head up. And then I snap because she can't, she's doing this. And just to know what time we got to spend together and talk and make her feel like $1,000,000. She left and she's like, my husband said it's the best he's ever seen me in the last 10 years. Like, and texted me back and just like, oh my gosh, that's really what this is an opportunity. So if God impresses a couple people on your heart, reach out and just ask. And that's why I said to her, I would love to do a makeover with you. I really think you could win because of who you are and your heart and your story. And so she did. And so I'm keeping it super simple. Just as God lays someone on my heart, there's a girl who's absolutely beautiful, super fun, and just very busy. And we've been trying to get together for over a year. And so I just texted her this week. I was like, okay, girl, I know we've been working on this for a long time, but do you think there's any way we could do this before August 31st? I think you could win. You are such a lovely person. And she's like, yes, we're going to make it happen. And so we're going back and forth, and it might be August 31st, but we're going to do that, and it will be well worth that time. So just be thinking and even praying like, God, as you guys have shared, there's so many ways to connect with people. Like we have this and we have this and we have this, and it's a beautiful thing. So just thinking through, okay, I don't need 100 entries, but are there 4 or 5 that could be really special? And that could just create a neat opportunity to connect or give me the courage to connect with someone really, really cool. So anyway, those are the 3 just update, detail, announcement types of things. And then, as y'all already said, PCP is closing and you got my text. So I'm going to try to keep reminding because even I forget sometimes. And we don't want to do that because it's such a perfect opportunity to follow up. So I don't know what the sample is yet, but I will try to track that down. I would guess it might be a lipstick, one of the new lipsticks, but we'll see. So that's an easy one to sample. Okay, we have, I'm now talking too much, but let me just close out with something that I saw today on Instagram, and it just like exploded my mind. I've already shared it in different places, but Christine Kane, her Instagram had 2 pictures and then a little bit of wording. And she said, when we can't see what's ahead, we often walk by fear instead of faith. Y'all, I hate the unknown. Woo! I love surprises. I hate the unknown. So it resonated so much, and we can't see what's ahead. We often walk by fear instead of faith. And then the second part is right here, switching over. And it says, the challenge is that while you are believing for supernatural breakthroughs, yes, Lord, you are seeing natural obstacles, hurdles, and challenges. Fix your eyes on Jesus. Walk in faith. Stop looking around and start looking up. And then her words that she had written, it said, the fight is for our eyes. And I was like, that is so good and so simple to hold on to. The fight is for our eyes. Are our eyes fixed on Jesus, or are they going like this? Or even like down at the navel, right? Like, I am not going to find the answers in me. And I'm not going to find them out here, but I will find them when my eyes are up and fixed. And when we can see through Jesus to others, right? What we've been talking about this whole time, to the who that he has for us for this week and moving forward. So I hope that encourages you guys as well. It's in my stories if you want to go steal it or just find it on Christine's Insta. And let's fight for our eyes. Keep them on Jesus. He will tell us who, what, when, where, how, and why. So love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.